into my hair.
Yeah, it looks great.
Fucking hell. Did any of that just fall out?
Is this recorded?
There's a reason we keep Alex behind the camera. Hi, Kevin McDonnell here, and welcome to today's episode. I'm joined by Allanah Jackson-James, and we've got something really special for you today. We are going to be talking about... I have no idea what we're going to be talking about, Allanah. What are we going to be talking about?
There's a reason why I haven't told you about what we're talking about, Kevin. And the reason is I'm a little bit scared to ask you. Now, with the upcoming election on the horizon, which landlord has got your vote? Which landlord?
Which landlord? Definitely me.
Which party has got your vote?
Oh, so with the upcoming election, which political party am I going to be voting for? Great question. Can I be honest with you? Mm-hmm. And this is going to shock a lot of you probably. I have never, ever voted before in my life.
Are you registered to vote?
I'm registered to vote.
But you've never actually voted?
I've recently moved home. And I've made sure that I'm registered to vote.
Okay.
Because for the first time ever in history, I will be voting this time.
Amazing. And you're not just saying this for the viewers?
I'm not saying it for the viewers. I've never voted in my life. And the reason I've never voted in my life is because I think all of them are shit. If that's okay to say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
let me know in the comments if you'd agree. They're all as bad as each other. Each party is more interested in making the other party look bad, and each party is more interested in winning a vote than actually fixing the problems. I'll tell you in a few moments who I'm voting for, so we've got to wait for that. But my thought process around this is, I never voted in the past because they're all as bad as each other, and I don't rely on a government to decide if I'm going to be wealthier, poorer, etc. No matter who gets in, that's on me. However, I'm not voting for me this time. I'm more voting for the country. It's really interesting because there's lots of different parties. But the debate this week was between Keir Starmer and Rishi Sunak. Yeah, why was somebody like, say, Reform Party Nigel Farage not in there? Not saying I'm a Reform fan or anything, or a Nigel Farage fan or an anybody fan. But if we're in a democratic country, not a communist country, then surely all parties should be equally publicised and promoted on the news and given equal opportunity to speak. And very interesting when you watch the debate this week is when you see the lady who was running the debate, you kind of feel like sometimes she was cutting their answers and cutting their questions to suit her. So it was almost like it was her agenda as much as...
It was being manipulated, sort of thing.
So everything's manipulated, the media's manipulated to a point. But at the same time... it kind of was a debate between Dumb and Dumber.
Fair enough. Yeah. That's fair enough to say.
Yeah. I mean, if you've watched the movie, you just kind of lay over the debate on top of the movie and you kind of get a picture of what it was all like. A lot of people at the moment, I think, are going to vote Reform or vote Liberal Democrats, etc. And your vote's wasted because the reality is either Labour or Conservatives are going to get in. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter if you... vote one of the other parties. This time more than ever, it's not about voting, well, we need change, we should vote Reform, or we should vote Liberal Democrats. Your vote's wasted. Your vote's completely wasted because you can feel good about the fact that you voted for this party, but that vote's wasted because they're not going to get in. And this time for me, it's not about voting the party to get in. It's more about voting to stop a certain party not getting in. So it's not about voting for who you want. It's about voting to protect who against who you don't want. And there's many people, and I've had this debate on social media this week with people where there's like, oh, well, I'm going to vote Reform, or I'm going to vote Liberal Democrats, or I'm going to vote whatever. I hope this message gets out before the 4th of July election. You are wasting your vote. Either Labour or Conservatives are going to get in, one or the other. And let me know in the comments if you agree or not. This time for me should be about... which one of them do you want in the least? And then vote for the other one, even if you hate them. I'm going to vote Conservative for the first time ever. Yeah, I'm going to vote Conservative simply because Rishi Sunak came across as actually having some sort of a plan in the debate. Nigel Farage came across as a bumbling fool. He didn't have a clue. He was like... he didn't have a clue what he was talking about. No notion. And Labour are going to... increase people's taxes. Labour are going to make people poorer. Labour are going to get rid of landlords. Yeah, absolutely. But it's not actually about landlords. It's not about landlords or non-landlords. Labour don't have a plan.
So you're voting for the first time.
First time ever. Gonna vote
Conservatives.
Conservative.
Amazing.
Beat
That's
me
the
up
chat.
online. I'm voting Conservative. I'm not a Conservative. I'm not a Labour. I'm a myself. Beat me up for voting who I want to vote for. But at least I've got a thought process as to why. What is your thought process? Why are you wasting your vote? Why are you making use of your vote? Who are you voting for and why? Not because your mate down the pub told you. Not because you think it's a good idea. Have you actually thought about why you're voting for what you're voting for? Let me know in the comments. I've been Kevin McDonnell. She's been Allanah Jackson-James with the questions. I'm getting me on the spot. And I'll see you soon.